I am Doug Mastriano, and I'm running to be the governor of Pennsylvania. There is no greater issue in our generation than a right to life. That's why I introduced a heartbeat bill as a senator. There's so many issues across the state here, but it all begins with life. And the idea that in 2022 we deny science, that we're still told it's a blob of tissue in a mother's womb, my body, my choice, is ridiculous nonsense here. If you think about that baby, it has unique genetic code, DNA that will never exist again. That's one specific individual God's created that'll never exist again. And the idea that for convenience or inconvenience that we'd strike away a life and not give that little baby girl or baby boy a chance to live his or her life is just unconscionable to me. The whole abortion movement is based off of old science 50 some years ago, where we didn't understand really much of what was going on in the womb. Now we know. At 6 weeks, there's a heartbeat. You hear a heartbeat, you hear a life. I believe life begins at conception. But it's kind of interesting here, when you have a medical emergency, if you flatline, if you have no heartbeat, you're proclaimed dead. So therefore, logically, if you hear a heartbeat, you have a life. The whole idea on the left here denies science, it denies reason, it denies logic here. So it all begins with preserving life. And I will do everything in my power here to protect babies so that everyone can live their lives as they see fit and not be struck down by somebody's random decision. We know we have one friend of ours that was conceived in rape. And that's Kathy Barnett. Most of us know her. She's running for Senate. And her mom was 11 years old when this happened. And obviously Kathy had nothing to do with that genesis, as she calls it, with her beginning here. But she deserved a chance to live. And look at this incredible person that we have in Pennsylvania here, a leader, an advocate, a strong voice for freedom, a veteran. And she deserved a right to live just as any person does. So I am blessed with a fantastic wife, Rebby. She's been with me around the world and supported me and sacrificed so much as an Army wife. And she's been a great blessing to me, obviously, and I would not be here without her. And obviously, when we were much younger, we wanted to start a family. And we were elated to find that, we were pregnant. But sadly, a few months into the pregnancy, Rebby had a miscarriage, and we mourned the loss of that little one, as you would any person. And the idea that that's just a clump of flesh here is ridiculous insanity. And so this is close and personal to all of us here. All of us were born, and we're in the womb, and each of us deserve the right to live. That we have this argument in America in 2022 here, it just defies reason. Science is on the side of the baby, and it's time that we defend all life. So the miracle life is not an easy thing, and it's something that we also take for granted, in addition to our freedoms here. It took Rebby and I 10 years before she conceived, and we are now blessed with a beautiful son, Josiah. And how precious, he is to us. And so all babies deserve a chance to live in America, and especially Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania aborts about 30,000 babies a year. This is unconscionable. More than half of those abortions come from our minority population. So it's a sort of genocide that's going on. We're being lied to here. Women are being lied to and manipulated into falling into this trap here. And there's room for these little people in Pennsylvania. Join our movement by going to dougforgov.com. Please put your name, your email, and phone number in there so we can stay in contact just in case big tech does something sneaky on us. And together, we can preserve our freedoms for the next generation.